Hi, I'm just going to go over some basics to get started on the RV and let you know where everything is. So these are currently unlocked. They're both vertical. To lock it, if you were to leave or not going to be around, you just turn that one to the left, turn them both to the left. They'll both be lateral. To unlock it, turn that one vertical. And then also this one goes left all the way, right all the way, and then middle. And it unlocks. Also, this bar here, you're going to want to lift up, pull it around, pull it down. That helps you get some traction when you're pulling up. Now let's go in and check it out. Now once you get in, obviously it's pretty dark, so you can turn on the ceiling lights here as long as you're plugged into power. And then you want to get some AC going because it's hot. So let's turn on mode cool and then set the temperature as you wish. Now we can also retract the awning. So I'll show you the door first though. Here's your fire extinguisher. Now you can slide this open and pull this to open the door. This is your internal lock also. Or you can simply do this when it's already open. So that outside door is open. I try to keep this closed to keep the bugs out, but you can push down on that and it will let you out. And then those can lock together. But let's open the awning. So the awning is not out. You want to make sure it's not windy because the wind can destroy it. So we're just gonna go right here and push the awning retract and push down. Down brings it out. And you wanna let that go. Hold your finger on the button. And then you wanna let it go until it gets to where that drops. You wanna kind of go up a little bit. So there you go. And sometimes when it's wet, it wants to stick, but if you ever find that you're collecting water on top here, this is made to where you can push down on this bar and it will change the angle and allow that water to come off. So now we've got our awning out. I'll leave that door open for now. Now some of your lights are on. This is your AC unit. You can use this to close it so it doesn't just dump the air down, or you can open it. And then if you want your back AC going and you're hooked up to 50 amp power, some of these lights don't automatically come on, so you can just push the button in the middle to get those to come on. But this is a manually operated AC unit, and you will need 50 amps of power to operate both units. With 30 amps of power, you can operate only the main unit up front. So this one you can just adjust accordingly, and then you've also got the same option to drop air, or you can open these sides. Not sure what that was. Okay, open these sides and direct the air in any direction. So as you see, I've gotten the bunk room first. Now, you'll notice each bunk, this one is 300-pound max capacity. This one has a toddler bar on it. We have a 4-year-old, and it comes in handy, but you don't have to keep it up or down, you can choose. This bunk is 150-pound max capacity. And then this dinette converts into a bunk. So essentially, the table goes down, and the cushions become the bed. And I'll go more into that in a little while. Here we have the bedding sets. So this is a queen. This would be for either the master bedroom, the couch pull-out, or the dining table. And in here you have 2 sheets, 2 pillowcases, and 1 blanket. So those are purple. The bunk beds have the turquoise, which are a twin size, but we have 2 sheets and a blanket. And then this is also a queen blanket if you need an additional one. It's the one that came with the RV. Here we have storage. I did leave some hangers in there, and a drawer, and another drawer. And of course a little trash can here. And this is a speaker. All right. Now there is storage available to you under here. If you choose to use it, you just simply open that, lift up, and there's your storage. And both sides do have storage available. All right. Then you see here you've got curtains for each window. Now they do snap here at the bottom. This top one is open, so you can see how you can utilize that as well. Now, and the pillows, of course. There are 10 pillows available for each bed, or a total for the beds. Now here's your mop and broom dustpan. Now, here is the pantry, a little trash can on the outside. Now in here, you're welcome to use anything you find in here, even the food. There's also cooking oil, cooking spray, a tea pitcher or water pitcher, and some drink mixes, crackers, paper towels, some extra paper plates. And then this is actually a trash can. You just fold it out and then put the trash bag in it. 2 lighter torches. Then this here has games. So if you're interested in playing games, there's some poker cards and such. If you see any personal items in there, just please respectfully leave those for me because they are sentimental. And this is the fuse box, which you should not need. All right, so there's our bunk room. I'll just give you a quick overview of that. And again, this can be a dinette or a bed. All right, let's continue. Bathroom. This is the bathroom. Extra toilet paper, RV toilet paper only, please, and it is provided. Toilet paper down there. A bar soap of Irish Spring. You've got a couple toothbrushes that are bamboo toothbrushes and can be thrown away after use. If somebody forgets their toothbrush, you've got your hand soap, some detangler spray, just for convenience for the ladies or men. Shampoo and conditioner, body wash, a cleaning cloth for in here, washcloths, just a cabinet for storage. You have your bath towels here, and then just a hand towel set there. This is open for storage, so you've got your little medicine cabinet here. Now this is the shower. And when you're operating the shower, I will warn you, this isn't the best shower head. We hope to change that soon, but we keep this in here to protect it. And be sure that when you are done in the shower, that you turn the fan off. But if you would like to use it, you can just open this here, turn your fan on, but make sure the fan is off when you close it. And also make sure it's not raining when you open it. And then you just flip that switch and then secure that. And then we just put this back in there. It helps keep the heat out for you. All right, so there's your shower. And there's a trash can here as well with the bag in it. Now the toilet, there's a cleaning brush for the toilet if you need that. There is an outlet here. And then here you've got a light switch. You can either do that, or you can also manually hit the button. Here we have the toilet. The water is not on right now, so I won't fully show you, but we keep water in the toilet because that keeps the smell of the sewer gas out. So there's the pedal down there. So when you use the bathroom, you just push the pedal, let it run, make sure everything goes out. And then when you're done, just hold it about halfway down to let it fill back up with water. We like to keep the lid closed. We have treated it already with the necessary treatment. But if it starts to stink, just let us know and we'll tell you how to pop another treatment in there. It's super easy, just dropping a tablet. And so here you also see this is owner's locker. This is where we keep our personal items and some extra storage for things. We just respectfully ask that no one enter this area. Everything else is open. But this does have storage underneath as well. So you can see under there, you got plenty of room if you want to store something there. This also folds out into a bed. Now we have to reinstall the table because we did some upgrades. But we'll have a dining table there, and that table will go down. It just goes straight down, and then this becomes a bed. Now here we have the fridge, so you're probably going to see it like this if I set it up, forget to undo it. But you just slide that over, and here's the freezer. Got a couple of popsicles in there, and ice trays, ice pack. Then you have the refrigerator right here. And then for travel, we close it. Now, here is your stove. Now, I'm going to go through this later, but in order to use the stove, you do have to have the propane on, and you want to make sure you lift this glass up and away prior to doing anything. Now, you want to turn on whichever burner. This one right here. Turn it on high. Oh, I'm sorry. There's some lights right here. But turn it on high, right here, the largest dot. And then this is your igniter. So you just do that. Now, it's not going to come on right now because there's no gas to it because I haven't turned the propane on. So I'm just going to turn that off. But in order to start it, each burner, you would do the same thing. So they won't all start unless they're on and you hit the igniter individually. Same thing with the oven. So you would turn the oven. This is the off position. You would turn it to 350, 400, 425, 450, whatever you need. And then after you do that, you just turn this to click it, and it should start. Just make sure that pilot light starts. Also, make sure you don't close this until after everything is completely cooled down, because it will break. Here, of course, you have your vent ahead. You can turn it on there, and you have your little light here. So just turn that vent off, and then you have a microwave, pretty standard microwave inside. And if you need any help there, just let us know. And here you have your dishes and measuring cups and a chip clip. So we got some paper products and cups, and then you got some drinking cups, some others. I will be adding some coffee mugs for this Keurig. We do try to put some Keurig pods in here. If you need extra, just let us know. We'll try to make that available to you. In here, you'll find your soap, brush, all the necessities for dishes, and then a cleaning towel, hand towels. So those will be staying there. And this bag will be available to you, and you'll simply put in your used linens and towels so we can launder them for the next guest. And that will be labeled. Now here you have your remote for the TV and Amazon Fire Stick, which is already plugged into the unit. Now this does come out. You can adjust it however you'd like. And here is your remote for the stereo. As you can see there. If you have Wi-Fi available at the location, then you'll be able to utilize that. Now the couch does fold out into a bed, so I'll show you how to do that again later as well. You've got two USB ports here for charging. These windows, this is open. We can simply pull it down to close, push it up to open. Same with all of the other windows, excuse me, in similar style. I also have the two USB outlets here. Now this is the slide out portion here. Please be aware that if you pull in the slide out for any reason, to make sure there's no trapped toys, dirt, dust, or anything along this line, because it can certainly, or even on top, it can certainly cause the slide to jump off track or damage it, and it will be an expensive repair. So let's go into here in the master bedroom. We have your master bed. It's a queen short size. It does come with clean sheets, 2 clean sheets, and all of their beds have mattress covers as well. Excuse me. Here you have satellite hookup and a cord. I'm sorry, a plug-in. And then, as you can see there, you can mount a TV. We have not yet done that. Maybe in the future. We'll see how the requests go. And here we have a closet for one. Exact same setup on the other side, so I won't do both, but I'll show you what it looks like. You've got 2 drawers here. And then you have a cubby area with the plug-in here with a box of tissues. So you've got your USB and your regular plug-in, and then one here as well. And there's the other side. So as you can see here, you've got 2 doors, and in order to lock the doors, you just simply turn that and slide it. Not lock it, but close it. Gives you privacy from the rest. So each side has an option to do that. I also didn't show you the back door. Oh, it does it. Okay, so we'll walk through. I'm just going to take you through and show you the look, because I'm sure I've bounced all over the place. Filming is not my strong suit, so bear with me. Actually, in here, you're going to have, this is to monitor tires. You shouldn't need that for anything. It's solar powered for the trailer. That's only used with hauling. This is extra batteries for the Amazon remote, as well as the fire extinguisher and carbon monoxide detector. This is a charger you're welcome to use. It's charged at 100%, but it's got each cord. And then, of course, the first aid kit. Don't hesitate to use that as well. We do replenish it or replace it after each visit. We've got some tissues here. This is storage. There's some baby wipes there you can use, but please don't put them in the toilet. It's not made for that. And then this is your radio system. It has zones for inside and outside, or both. It's USB. Here you can hook it, just about anything into it, auxiliary, etc. And then here, if you were going to turn on the propane, you would go outside to the front of the trailer. There's 2 propane tanks. Basically, just pick one, turn it on, make sure that the valve is open, and then you can go LP gas. And then you would be running your water heater as well as your stove on LP gas versus electric. Then this is your water pump. So if you're not connected to city water and there's water in the pump or in the water tank, you turn on your water pump. But please do not use the water pump when it's not full or doesn't have water in it, or if when you're done using it, please turn it off because it can burn up. It's located, I believe, under this bed. But this is your porch light, so if you want to turn your porch lights on, they're not going to show up as much right now, but for nighttime, just turn your porch lights on. And this is to check the levels of everything. So your batteries are usually pretty good. They handle power to the, when you're not in shore power, they handle power to your, I might have a fault, never had that before. Okay, power to your refrigerator, the GFI outlets here, it powers that. And then the slide and the basic functions, the awning. Basically, it powers everything except the AC and the microwave. So you don't have to worry about your things going bad. So here's our freshwater tank. Right now it's on E, but then if we fill it up, 2/3 are full. Black tank 1, you want to watch that real close because last thing you want is for that to overflow. But then if it starts to get full, you have a second black tank. So just keep an eye on these. And then the gray tank. Black tank, actually, let me go back. Black tank, if you've never used an RV, is for poop and toilet water. Gray is more like sink water. And so you got 2 and 2. And then we won't get into flushing all those out. We're delivering and setup, we take care of that for you. This is for the slide to operate it in and out. Please don't do that unless you are towing on your own, and we've already gone through everything with that. But if you're stationary and there's really no reason, if we're delivering and picking up, just leave it out. That's the easiest thing. And let's see, okay. All right, you got your rugs here. Okay, now let's get into the dishes. Let me go ahead and turn the lights off on this. And since I know that it's not hot, I'm gonna go ahead and just close this. It goes 1 and 2. And then we got a couple towels here. This is your oven, by the way. I will say it does take longer than an oven in the house. So I actually don't use it anymore. But here you got pots, pans, bowls with lids, and a pie tray or pie pan. Here you have a collapsible dish dryer, a knife set, an extra sponge. As you'll see here, you've got trash bags and gallon-sized bag and sandwich bags. And then you've got these blue sets for eating, and then you've got all the cooking utensils, including a thermometer for the meats and scissors. Here you've got more, which is corkscrew, your can opener, measuring spoons. There's another set, potato peeler, pizza cutter, cheese grater, small cutting board. We're working on getting another one in here. And then more plasticware. And then in here we have, these go over the sink just to give you a little more counter space. It's up to you if you want to use them. Some microfiber towels for cleaning, a couple trash bags for you. Lice water, Georgia and Florida both have those bugs. A few more skillets, and then a baking pan or cookie sheet, and then some cleaning supplies. This is a clothesline. If you want to use it, you just hook it up outside to dry your clothes if needed. All right, so that is what's there. Here's your Keurig coffee. I think I might have already mentioned that, so my apologies. All right, let's go through, make sure we're not missing anything. Oh, let me show you another thing, I'm sorry. Okay, here is the storage. So we're gonna lift this up. We're then going to lift this up. In here you have your air fryer and some taller drinking cups, some new extra pillows, and I'll eventually get some stuff in there for storage. This is one of the vents for the AC or heater, so just make sure you don't cover it completely so that with covers or anything, so that you can benefit from that. And we went through that. Okay, let's see. I think we've got everything. So as I started before, I'll just take you on a quick tour. So here you've got the master, the 2 closet, front door, kitchen, dining, living room. We also have another TV and Amazon Fire Stick for rent as an add-on if you'd like. There is a place for it where those bedding sets are. to hook it up, as well as outside has a setup for it. Outside the trailer. There we go. And ignore the mop bucket, that will be gone as well. Just keeping things clean. Alright, and then you've got the plummet bag. Plummet beds. And storage. In here you also have the option to unlock that. And slide that gently because it does want to come off track sometimes. So then you would have privacy in this room and their own private AC, which I'm going to turn off because I'll be walking out soon. And then I'll just secure that back so it doesn't slide wherever it wants to go. Alright, so there you have it. If you have any questions about the inside of the RV, just reach out. We're happy to help anytime. My number is 972-515-9852. My husband's number is 912-439-1111. Thank you.